XRP is worth $60,000. Indeed, Forbes has forecast that XRP will literally reach over $60,000 in a matter of weeks as a result of an estimated 650 or about $39 trillion flowing into the cryptocurrency. Additionally, there are pricing issues on all exchanges, including some like Crypto.com, CoinMarketCap, Binance US, and Binance Worldwide, and significant news is released shortly after it arrives that XRP is being tested as a worldwide reserve currency. These trial test runs to ensure that XRP is ready to be scaled have caused major price issues in all of them, with XRP suddenly skyrocketing to $9,000, $10,000, and even $50,000 to $60,000 on some exchanges. Not to mention that these figures precisely match the statements made on the bridge by the founders of Ripple and XRP, who said that XRP was intended to reach $10,000. Therefore, this is not shocking. Rather, it is starting to happen as big established companies like BlackRock, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and Wells Fargo are all attempting to get on board with XRP and amass as much of it as they can. Even central banks have worked with rural labs and now intend to integrate XRP, including the Central Bank of Ireland, the Central Bank of Switzerland, and the central banks in the Middle East. Europe is one of the most prominent instances. In fact, the digital euro, which is used to transfer money between European nations, has chosen to collaborate with Ripple in order to introduce a digital euro once more. Going to make all the money we're talking about billions, if not trillions, of dollars that are literally about to enter the XRP ledger, and it's happening even closer to home, like the White House. However, this digital euro is going to be launched on the XRP ledger and built using XRP ledger technology, which uses XRP. It's pretty obvious that XRP will facilitate all the payments. Yes, the US Central Bank is genuinely interested in using XRP. Have a peek at this enormous release. On November 4th and 5th, the White House will attend the Ripple Swell Conference for the first time. This is really crucial, therefore you must see it right here. The Central Bank of America is the subject of our discussion. The Federal Reserve recently stated that it will be releasing a more current and updated version of its payment system, which will now transmit payments for the U.S. debt as well as between U.S. countries. The White House intends to attend the Ripple Swell Conference and talk with Ripple Labs, according to a huge announcement that was just released. Guys, Bank of America has already started integrating XRP into the Federal Reserve banking system, so don't be surprised if it happens. Yes, the CEO of Bank of America recently said that XRP is now used for all internal transactions. In addition, Donald Trump's son, Eric Trump, who oversees all of the White House's cryptocurrency and payment systems, has openly declared that he is close to Brad Gurley House and that he knows about XRP and intends to integrate it because he thinks its technology is quick, easy, and affordable. In fact, he stated that he supports the integration of American technology. XRP is undoubtedly American technology. In order to truly understand that XRP is set to be incorporated into the entire financial system and the entire financial infrastructure in the United States of America, it is necessary to take all of the phrases together, gentlemen. And once more, didn't we already tell you this? A bill to release trillions of dollars in U.S. cryptocurrency is formally signed by Trump. You must now realize that XRP is currently the most popular cryptocurrency in the United States. In particular, XRP is the issue, not Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Binance. For this reason, if we discuss XRP receiving billions of dollars, it soars to 10, 20, 30, 40,000, and so forth. As absurd as that may sound, Forbes is already forecasting $60,000 per XRP, and I'm feeling it. These enormous releases, which actually indicate that trillions of dollars will enter the XRP, are the reason for this. And that will lead to a supply shock because there isn't enough other than you to travel the world in order to facilitate the amount of money that is about to enter into XRP. It's evident from the price and volume that's actually having tax to be like, guys, that XRP actually did a massive rebound. If you look at XRP right now, it was sitting at $2.20 a few days ago, and a couple days prior to that, it was at $1.98. Now we see that the volume has increased by 34%, which is crazy $474 billion in just the last 3 hours. As we draw attention to the growing usage of XRP, it is even more crucial that you prepare. As I usually say, you should definitely take advantage of this chance if you are able to obtain some XRP. Today, we're going to look at RealFi, a huge project that is being built on the XRP ledger. They've unlocked and announced a $1,000 contest. In order to obtain free XRP, you can participate in this $1,000 prize promotion. You only need to follow the RealFi team. You get in touch with me through the article, take two individuals, leave a comment on XRPL, and register on payrefi.com. We'll go into more detail about RealFi later in the video, but when you consider the $654 trillion that is literally going to cause XRP to experience this massive supply shock, it all comes down to RealFi and the XRP ledger. Forbes also predicts that XRP will drop to $60,000 per week, but it's not just Forbes, guys. Like to present to you all yet another enormous item, that's it. The managing director of Vil Capra, one of the biggest venture capital firms, is Jimmy Valley. Went public, and this is crazy, but he stated that XRP can be worth between $10,000 and $35,000 each coin once it is regulated and established as the world's bridge currency. This is absurd as, if you consider XRP's current price of $2.67, he is predicting that it will soon reach $35,000. He made this claim in public, guys. You can hear him say this in public, and I may even play a little portion of the video here. It's quite bullish because when you look at the larger picture, we're talking about trillions of dollars being incorporated into XRP. We are discussing the creation of millionaires, and those of you who currently own $10,000 or $100,000 in XRP may, transfer that $100,000 into $1 million or $2 million. And it might occur in as little as a few weeks. This scale is the one we are discussing. And once more, you must realize that a lot of it stems from a single important organization that is genuinely expanding on the XRP ledger. No one is discussing it, but these guys are genuinely at the forefront. The XRP ledger in particular, introducing trillions of dollars in real-world assets technology. That establishment is a true five. These guys are huge now. The possibility to purchase real estate using the XRP ledger at more than 50 places across North America was just made available. Actually offer more than 10,000 properties in North America for sale on the XRP ledger. Worth almost $2 billion, and the real token, which is built onto the XRPS, can be used to buy everything using the XRP ledger. Since I can tell that many of you are excited, we must now discuss this actual token. I'm really excited. As we look at where the money is going to go, it will move into real-world assets, notably the XRP ledger, so I grabbed myself a nice bag of this. You must observe this since the funds will be converted into XRP and then into actual tokens. I'm going to end the video here, so please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share it. I'll see you guys next time, and peace. You have to be paying very close attention, especially when we look at that, and extra peanuts, extra political growth, and even real tokens growth because they're all part of the extra pleasure.